stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading in particular. Welcome to your mystery reading. The first thing that we're going to do is shuffle out one card from the Prismavisions Tarot to get the context or the general energy of your reading. If you'd like to be a part of the community that I'm trying to create, subscribe and hit that notification bell. And if you're interested, you can also find me on TikTok. The link to that will be in the description. And before I get you your first card, remember that this is a general reading that could be meant for more than one person. So if you're struggling to find meaning in a message, that's okay. Just let it go because it might just be meant for someone else. And if it truly was meant for you, the universe and your spirit guides will make that obvious to you, either sometime during this reading or sometime during your journey. I just saw 111, so already there's energy here around trusting yourself, believing in yourself, really, caring more about how you feel about yourself than how others feel about you. Or it could be the other way around, where you care more about how others feel about you than how you feel about you. I don't know. It feels like, you should definitely be honest with yourself about how you feel about yourself, whether it's wonderful or uncomfortable. For your first card, we have the Judgment card with the crown chakra. It has the number 20 on it. I've actually already gotten this card for this spread that I've been doing. So it feels like being more honest with yourself and your judgment feel related. The more honest you are with yourself, the more clearer you'll be able to see things. I'm feeling like the strong air swords kind of energy, so it does feel like your mind, your thoughts, your feelings should be your focus right now. You may even need to change how you feel about yourself. Recognize that you are a trustworthy person who's capable of anything that they set their mind to. But I think it's important for you to think about what it means to you to be trustworthy and be honest with yourself if you don't align with those standards. And if you don't align with your own standards, you either need to be more firm with yourself or be more realistic over what you expect of yourself, especially when it comes to feelings of fear and anxiety. Don't expect yourself to feel only courage. I think it's really important to let yourself know that it's okay to feel anxious, to feel depressed, to feel scared, to feel defeated, because no matter what you feel, you can still keep moving forward. I think now is an important time for you to recognize your strength, really be honest with yourself about what your true strength actually is, because you can go through any kind of trauma, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, and the beauty of that is choosing to move forward, really reconnecting with your inner child in a way that allows you to be more patient with the challenges in your life, or just life in general. I'm really feeling this sense of curiosity and adventure. It's very childlike feeling towards life and how you need to step into that energy. If you weren't meant to be a human on this planet, you would not be a human on this planet. I don't know who needed to hear that, but I felt that coming through for sure. And with the number 20, That in numerology comes down to the number 2. So it definitely feels like balance and maybe even temperance are important ideas in this reading. You need to be removing things that don't serve you, especially on like a psychological level. Maybe you need to heal. I hear a timer go off, so maybe for you it feels like you're running out of time, but you're never too old to heal, to be a better version of yourself, to be happy, to be connected with your inner child. For your last card from this deck, we have the 7 of Pentacles with Taurus. It seems like there's something to do here with working hard, being patient, keeping that faith in whatever you're working on. You need to be focused on growing as a person and, like a plant, nurture yourself every day or on a regular basis and be patient with yourself while you grow. Because just like anything in this world, it seems, it takes time for things to grow. There's a reason why it's called an investment. I was going to say not a return, but it might be getting confusing at that point. But with the number 7, that's a message that the more that you invest in yourself internally, psychologically, spiritually, the more that you will be able to receive from the universe, because you are only open to half of what life is, which is, light, and you need to be more accepting of the dark and to maybe even embrace the darkness. Don't be afraid of life. Don't be afraid of the light. Don't be afraid of the dark. That's really, really interesting. Someone here could be afraid of their own potential, and that's understandable. That's definitely understandable. I think a lot of us are afraid of our own potential because of the consequences that we could face as a result of, moving through this world through truth. I don't know. It definitely seems like working on your judgment is what you need to be focused on right now. Don't give up on trying to understand your thoughts, the way that you look at yourself, the way you look at the world. Don't be afraid to try to understand yourself on a deep psychological level. So that way you can really better understand yourself and heal and, stop being your own worst enemy. A lot of people are like that. And I just really feel this message coming through that you are not alone in the challenges that you face, and there could even be potential here for you to overcome your own challenges and then help others face those same challenges. Right now, there is a cat trying to get into my room, but she's distracting when she's in here. Both of them are. But there could be someone who's really trying to make their way in your life, and it's really important for you to protect yourself from people, places, and things that doubt you, definitely, that take you for granted, that make you feel small and powerless. I think the strongest or the most important relationship that you need to be focused on strengthening right now is that relationship with yourself. I'm feeling like a scenario here where someone could be dealing with a scary situation related to your stability at home. Like, you're afraid that if you stand up for yourself, you might end up homeless or, be punished for standing up for yourself. And I think the universe just wants you to know that as long as you follow the truth and you're honest with your intentions, the universe will support you. there's something here about like the universe, how it grows in the light, and you are part of that light. You are part of the universe that the universe wants to expand. And I just saw 122. Wow, interesting. The message of change starts with you. Not only does the universe want that for you, it also wants you to help others transform and expand as well. It feels like the universe is really trying to communicate with humanity right now. And, that's why you're watching this reading. So don't give up on your faith. And I do believe no matter what is true or deceptive in any religion, that it is possible to communicate with whatever higher power is out there. So, don't be afraid to communicate with them. And you don't even have to say things out loud. If you've never prayed before, now is a good time to give it a shot. You don't have to bow your head and put your hands together. Praying could simply just be sitting there and having a conversation that is projected towards the universe. I'm also feeling something here about going outside and screaming at the sky. Communicate with the universe however you feel called to. It's definitely trying to connect with you and to also express or share or spread a message through you. Your story matters. Someone out there needs to hear that the challenges you've been through and how you overcame them. So, don't think that all of this challenge is meaningless or anything like that. But now I'm going to wrap up this reading with a couple cards from a deck big enough to shuffle from this box of cards that I have. Really excited to see what cards will come through. I did just see 1222, which is honestly a really sweet message to come through from the universe at this time. And that message is to just be yourself and to trust that it'll pay off. The universe supports truth. The universe supports authenticity. Humanity can make up as many lies as they want. It'll never change the truth. I don't know why that came through, but, take whatever resonates. But let's see what card we have. It says, what pain are you holding on to? How can you let it go? So this really, really confirms what I was saying about you being focused on healing. And I just saw 1313. So the universe and your spirit guides really want you to know that your healing is going to pay off in more ways than you can imagine. Whatever you want for yourself, for the future, whatever dreams or wishes that you have, the universe is going to make it better. And if you're asking yourself, well, what could be better than what I already want? Sometimes the universe knows you better than you do. That's the beautiful thing about the unknown, is even though it can be scary sometimes, it could also be surprising in a good and beautiful kind of way. So try to be open to the unknown and what is truly, truly possible for you. If you struggle with depression or anxiety, any kind of mental illness, really, really analyze your thoughts to try to understand what perspectives are making you feel a certain way. And sometimes understanding your perspective on something will help you put a word to a feeling. If you feel some uncomfortable feeling and you're like, I don't know what I'm feeling right now or where it's coming from, pay attention to what you're thinking about. I just saw 432 because everything happens for a reason. I think that's a very, very important message for you, especially when it comes to healing. I just saw 444 could specifically be healing around stability. Maybe you struggle to hold a job, or you just struggle with stability in general, with managing money well. It does feel like your foundation is what you need to be focused on right now, and a very essential part of that foundation that you need to be focused on is you and your whole health, especially your mental health. I saw 1515 because there are some attachments here that you need to let go that's really, really holding you back from your full power, or having control over your power, and it's also holding you back from your full potential. For your last card, we have better days are patiently waiting for you to take that first step. And we have 3 tallies or strikes here. Let me get a drink of water. If you are involved in some sort of strike, the message for that is to stand up for yourself and your worth and what you deserve. Say no when you deserve to say no. I think another important message that's coming through is about like being okay with choosing yourself, with putting you above everyone else when it comes to, making sure you're taken care of. And I felt something here about even just like making sure you're fed. You're allowed to be selfish with things that you need. And for someone specific, it could be food. Someone might be trying to guilt you into, giving more than you have in that part of your life. And don't be afraid to say no. I think I just saw a card that said no. So confirmation right there, say no. And if you struggle to say no, you need to look deeper into that, because it's possible to make it easier. You just need to understand, what makes it hard. There's something here about going down some sort of rabbit hole, like don't stop asking yourself why do I think like this, why do I feel this way. Keep asking why. I also just saw 1717 on the clock. That comes down to master number 88, and I feel that you're being called to let go, knowing your worth and what you deserve. How can you let it go? Not only do you need to keep asking why, you need to keep asking how, what, where, when. Keep asking yourself those, important questions. And when I don't think I described here what I was talking about when I said this, but it was like 3 tallies, or strikes right there. I know I said that message about being on a strike, but with tallies, there could be some way where you feel like you're tallying in some way. I saw 1818, 99. There's some energy here around your purpose and helping the world release what no longer works in some way. Like when I think about tallying, I think of, someone in prison counting the days away. It could feel like you are, sitting in a prison counting the days away. And I think the universe wants you to focus less on how long things are taking and to focus more on the journey, on, why you are where you are. What is the universe trying to show you or trying to teach you about yourself and the world and, your opportunities and what's actually possible for you. And for your last message, I do feel called to show you this card that I saw on the bottom of the deck. Even though it's gone, what good came of it? There's definitely something here about changing your perspective. But that will be the end of your reading. I hope that it was helpful or relevant in some way. If you'd like to hit the like button to show me that is the best way to support me. And if you'd like to offer even more support, you can donate through the thanks button directly below the video. Absolutely not obligated, but always very much appreciated. Feel free to leave a comment if you have any. I'd really, really love to connect with you more. And thank you so much to those of you who have shown your support thus far. It really does mean a lot to me, and it really does make a difference. And the last thing that I want to say is thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you around.